Hey guys, just getting set up here. Oh my goodness. There we go. Come back here. Ooh, watch out. This is the best game for the NES. I believe this is in AGDQ. Somehow ended up in the Awful Games block. I'm not really sure why this was picked for Awful Games. This seems like a perfectly good game to me. A walking nightmare. I'll get this bird one of these days. There's got to be worse games than this. What's the worst game you can think of? Here we go. Mega Man 6. You got it. Coming right up. Here, does the game sound ridiculously loud? Oh no, it's probably muted. There we go. Let's get some actual game sound in here. We had this as a... I picked this as a bonus game for SGL and no one even felt like playing it. There we go. Let's go a little quieter. It's kind of loud. Let me know if the game music needs to come down a bit. I'm going to start the Skype call here.
Hello.
Hello.
What's going on in here? What is this? What is this?
Playing some
this
random
yo-yo
games.
arrow?
Yeah, what is this great game? Hold on, I'm trying to get a tweet out. But then we can play some Athena in a second. Hey, that looks good. I'm sure I want one of those.
It occurs to me, if I want my controller to work, I need to plug it in.
I recommend that. I had limited success with an unplugged controller. Looks like lots of people have heard of Athena, but have never really witnessed its majesty. This is that Athena. Anyone here catch the Zelda 2 race between
I didn't.
Pro JN? Oh, you didn't? Oh, it's a shame.
It's Pro JN and Opus.
Opus 614?
Mhm.
You did a really good time of sort of making it look like you were watching, though. Very impressive improvisation.
I was listening on mobile. It's kind of hard to watch it work, but I can't listen.
That's cool. That means you just get me and Fiesel yakking. That's all we care about.
All I heard was like 1:16:30 something, and it's like, oh, that's 20 seconds better than my PB. Yay!
Yeah, he really knocked it out of the park on that one.
That's right. It's better. That's better time than my sum of best. And he got that in a race with some accidental deaths. It's
Attack
pretty
3.
impressive. Attack 3. I know. An accidental death and attack 3. This game is awesome. Why don't people like this game?
Probably due to the way it looks, sounds, and controls.
But other than that,
Sure.
oh, look at that thing. This is good mystery game material.
You tried it on Mystery Game.
I'll have to put it under another name or else I'll get voted off.
Yes, I'd vote it off.
We can give the Japanese name and just hope that nobody looks it up.
Yeah, be like, oh man, there's a weird one. I want to catch my opponent off guard. I'm gonna vote for that one.
My stream's up, by the way. If you want to look at it.
Not too interested in your stream, mister.
Yeah, who show do you
Okay.
think this is?
Alright, hold on, let me get it up. Um,
10 seconds left. What? To
oh,
what?
you've got a timer in this, right?
Oh, in the game.
You're on 1? Yes, you are. Cool. Is Jorf's stream up?
Not yet.
Okay, no rush. We got plenty of time. Look at that. This is a good-looking game.
I'm bad at it. I'm a lot better on console. It's been a long time since I played this thing.
I saw the title screen, I think. And I was like, huh.
Alright, I'm taking requests for another game that's worse than Athena. I don't think this is anywhere near the worst game on the NES.
I already saw you playing Escape from Atlantis, so
Right.
I'm actually not sure what goes lower.
Oh, looks like you can't break ceilings with your head unless you have a helmet.
Naturally.
Of course.
Amagon? I think I'd rate that above.
That's not bad.
you know.
We've had that as a bonus game.
Yes, and not a regular game. Because, well, you fill in the blank. Magmax. Never heard of it.
Is that a real... Oh, Dirty Harry. There you go. There's a challenge. First, let me see if we
Okay.
got this Mag Max game.
I should play a game I'm actually good at.
Oh, that's wrong. That's wrong. I don't really have the full set. Oh, I do have Mag Max. Here we go. Let's see.
I really hope it's a Mad Max ripoff. But he's like way into magazines or something.
Mag Max. Whoa. Oh my goodness. Do both buttons do the same thing? This looks
Whoa.
great. Hey, that thing just grabbed onto me. Oh, I don't want to go into that. Or do I? What is happening?
Is that good? I think that's good. Oh wait, is this when you become a robot?
Oh, is
Yeah,
oh, is this
yeah,
part
I
of
know
me?
this one actually.
This part of my body. Look, I'm a robot now.
Yeah.
Wow. And now I got this badass whatever this thing is. I don't even know what this is. Attached to the front of me. Uh-oh. Oh, I lost the robot part because I got shot. Here we go. Now I understand how this works.
This doesn't seem bad.
Ooh. Well, let's get some parts of me back because I just got wrecked. There we go. Full refill here. I like how all the different parts. My toes shoot bullets, and this thing on my belly shoots bullets, as does my forehead. Whoa.
Yeah, both your toes are shooting.
Can I get back up to the surface somehow?
That is a mechanic, I believe.
Oh man. I'm not getting out now. I was wondering if I could just stay at the top and be safe. Look, I'm a head with legs. That's great. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's cool. The upper one's angled down at the ground. Let's get more legs. Nope, can't have two legs.
Playing emulator lag for that death.
Alright, this is not bad. This is not bad.
Yeah, not SGL material probably.
It's still
But
no escape from Atlantis.
It seems like an okay game.
Not SGL material. I don't know about that.
Yeah, that's all. That's how I see games now. Actually, there's just two barrels, and it either goes into good for SGL or bad for SGL. And that's it.
This game is not good for SGL.
I think it could be.
This is Makai Mura. This is not good for SGL. If you had said Ghosts and Goblins,
Ghosts
maybe.
and Goblins is great for SGL.
This is the Japanese version. It's harder than the NES version.
In what ways? Just like enemies, or is it like
You
stuff?
actually can't shoot your weapon as fast.
Okay.
Oh, I see.
That's an interesting way for it to be harder.
Not to mention that you have to put in a code for continues. And in Loop 2, random enemies spawn more often.
Huh. How do I even jump? Oh, it's A plus B? Or is it up? No, it's A plus B. Good, I like that better than up to jump. I got a giant gun. What? Oh, I'm in the sewers now. That's cool. You can tilt your gun up and down and sideways.
I don't think I've ever seen Dirty Harry.
Alright, I can climb back out too. That's good. Why would I bother punching things if I can just shoot? Must be limited ammo, but it doesn't tell me my ammo. Oh, I'm in a net. Watch out. Oh, here we go. 16. Some dynamite, harpoon gun in case any whales show up. That looks like a bazooka. Interesting. Oh, this perspective. This guy just chilling, flipping a coin. Alright.
Oh my god. Yeah, the perspective is really something. It kind of seems like you're just a menace to the neighborhood right now.
I don't really know what's motivating me. It seems like I'm just going around breaking things and beating people up. What's in here? Oh, I just forced the door open. There's a snake! I just got bit by the snake. Oh no. Some sort of laser rope that I have to go over.
Why is there snakes?
How come I can't point my gun down anymore? I figure that's my only chance for dealing with these snakes. Whoa, I just bonked one of the snakes by jumping on it. Look at that, you can stun them. Yeah, this is Error over here, playing...
I was playing with Chimera, but then it's just like, oh, no, I've had enough of this.
Yep, okay, he's done.
I should probably not pick a game that was in the game list.
Is Jorf's stream up yet? Because I can put all of us on the screen.
Let me check.
Alright, Dirty Harry's not bad. This isn't a bad game. We could do worse than this. Yeah, let's get out of here.
He's not live yet. But if you're looking for great reasons to build your business in Gananoque, there are thousands of reasons. One-of-a-kind artisans, countless collectibles, food, and fashion.
Here we go, there's another indoor area.
It's always funny when these ads detect that I'm Canadian and give me distinctly Canadian ads, like the one for Canada Post that's in French.
Alright, I've got to bust out Jeopardy Junior Edition because I might actually be smart enough to know these answers.
Yeah. Jeopardy Junior is a perfectly good SGL game as well. Oh man, what do I do against this
Oh
guy?
god, that guy.
I'm trying to like be able to aim up and shoot him in the head. I'd like to be able to, but you can't even get close enough to him to do that. And the bullets just bounce right off him. Alright, we're out of bullets now.
All these people look creepy.
Yeah, they do. Look at these faces. Would you like a new character? Yes, please. This pervert following me around. Get away from me.
Oh man. Star Trek and Jeopardy Junior Edition?
Barbie game, that sounds perfect.
That seems kind of...
Star Trek Remembered.
Like, how do you chime in?
This is some... Wow, this is some top tier questions. Who's the commander of the...
Captain Kirk was commander
of this spaceship? Come on.
I'd probably going to misspell it and miss it.
There we go.
I wonder if it wants the like USS or whatever. It's gonna be like,
Maybe it's specific about which model of the Enterprise.
Well done, Error.
How do you chime in? I'm pressing all the buttons. I really am pressing all the buttons.
Who is what? What was her guess?
gibberish.
Alright, here we go.
Who's Dr. McCory, right?
He's Spock. Yeah.
The science officer? Who's McCoy? You're right.
What happened? Why are you doing that when you get the question right? It's really scary.
Crew members are armed with these guns. This is a kid's game. You're saying they're armed with these guns?
They never even call them guns in the show.
I mean, come on. Killing me here.
I hope praisers. Yep, well done. Close enough, it says.
Wow, this is good. This is a good game. Next time you do your suggestion box, Smith, I'm gonna suggest this one.
I don't know if that's how that works, but okay.
Sure it is. I can suggest games.
Yes, I misspelled phasers. Leave me alone.
Phasers. It's got sort of a fuzzy answering thing. You don't have to spell things right, do you?
No.
I want to see a tool-assisted run, but...
There's some awesome tasks of like games like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Family
If it's
Feud
anything
one.
like the Pictionary ones.
Those are pretty good, too. Tasked loser, see ya, dopes. That's the thumbnail for the Family Feud task. And it's like, binoculars! Ding!
Oh, that's great.
What is that?
It's like I should know this, but I can't really think of it. I'm bad at word games.
I don't... Oh, 2-word rhymes.
Sandy candy.
Yeah.
I don't really consider fudge candy.
Well, of course Sandy would get it.
Of course.
Alright, so I'm not doing very well at Barbie. I have not figured this game out. This game's outsmarted me. There's this bird and he's just laughing at me. He's sneering at me. He knows that I can't solve this puzzle.
Oh my gosh, I should know.
Oh, I actually don't know this. The
Probably
American
Custer,
history and geography.
Yeah, it's Custer. But I didn't want to lose $100. A spiced soup cucumber. Oh, I know this.
Too bad. Irene's gonna get it.
I'm
Here
too
it comes.
late. I'm too
She
late.
actually got it. Nickel pickle.
Okay.
Man, that I think she's had too much Sandy candy. If you know what I mean.
Kind of store.
Oh, I know it. I know it. Hitting the button. Go.
Okay, what is it?
It's
I
whale
think I know what it
tail.
is.
But not tail like you think of when someone says whale tail.
Oh no.
I kind of want to
Put it in and see if it recognizes it.
Yes, let's do it. I do know that it's T-A-L-E. Come on. No, it didn't give it to me.
Oh man.
It didn't give me misspelling tail. I'm disappointed.
Well, our timer expired. We should be able to get started in a moment when we've got both players up here.
I have no idea if this is right or not. I don't watch movies.
We need some more game suggestions.
Are they Donald's nephews or are they Scrooge McDuck's nephews?
Pretty sure they're Donald's. They might be both, actually.
So Scrooge and Donald are brothers? And Huey, Dewey, and Louie are born of a third sibling?
I don't know.
Be up in just a second here.
Yeah, who is Duck? Yep.
Who is Duck? Oh man, it's the daily double.
Badoo, 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 boo, boo.
Sure, we'll do 1,000. I'm gonna miss
Wager
this
any
one.
amount between 5 and the max. Yep, that's how that works.
I don't know this one, guys.
Okay.
Darkwing Duck is the real father. Saw it on Maury. Nice. Nice.
I don't see Jorf's stream up yet. Do you?
I didn't. I'm having another look. Jorf's here, by the way. He's
Yep.
He's getting set up. We're gonna be good to go. But he's gonna be a little quiet. He's not feeling too well. Also, Scrooge is a McDuck.
Not a
Not a
Mac
duck.
duck.
Yeah. So he's not part of the duck family.
He's
Is
not
he?
a duck.
Cigar smoking ducks.
Wow, they have a Howard
This
the
is a
Duck.
kid's thing. I at least hope it's Howard the Duck.
Well, I mean, it is Jeopardy. It's hard to imagine just how aimed at kids it is.
This was also the late 80s, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The huge anti-smoking sentiment didn't start until, I'd say, the late 80s or the 90s, maybe. You probably could still smoke in office buildings back then. Probably still looked like Madman back in 88.
Oh my gosh. I cannot remember his name. Yes, that guy.
It's
I'm in
president.
Oklahoma. We don't care about presidents in Oklahoma because the Republican always wins.
Alright, his stream is live now. Nice. There we go.
Fondawo in chat asking about our setup. Fiesel, yeah, he grabs their streams on live streamer and captures them and stitches them together into our layout. Error, I gotta say, you are killing these guys.
Hey, I got help from chat. Sometimes. I should just buzz in every time. And just wait for chat to answer it for me. Is it Oscar with an E? No, it's not ER.
AR, yep. So,
That's how the song goes. My Bologna is the first name.
SCER.
Yep.
Well, we got our mystery game posted. Are you guys ready to go here?
Sure. Shouldn't this be in, like, the duck category?
Bath toy is this? Yeah, it should be. But then duck is in the answer, so that makes it a little bit easier to answer the question. Or to question the answer.
Alright, I should check out what this mystery game thing is. See if I actually need to practice for it.
There's a distinct difference between duck and ducky, actually. Totally disable. Even though the category is just ducky. Never mind. There it is, right there.
Does the Count actually have a name?
Count von Count. Right?
Is the Count von Count? I don't know.
I think it is, yeah. Alright, but anyway, our mystery game is revealed to be Super Mario Brothers 2.
Oh man.
What is
Really
that game?
Digging deep into the into the bowels of the NES library to come up with these. But I think this is kind of a fun game for pretty much any levels that you pick out. But I tried to go with some stuff that wasn't along the any % route, so we get to see.
I didn't answer that one because I'm busy copying the gold to the correct folder. What folder do these go in anyway?
So we're going to be seeing some Luigi and some Toad here,
That's right.
as is usually the case with a Mario 2 speedrun.
Answer's William Penn. I had to let the other people catch up.
See if some of these guys want to do some ladder jumps.
That is on the table. They can do the ladder jumps. It's a bit risky, but maybe if players start to feel comfortable with it, they might throw that in there, especially if they're a bit behind and need to make up some time. I actually think goal's got a lot of strategy to it. Particularly because of the fact that you can fight Birdo in a very risky way or a very safe way. And that happens right at the end of the goal, so people can see what their time is coming into there.
He is Captain Kirk on Star Trek! I like how they, bumped it together.
Yeah, they had like 6 things that they drew all their questions from.
Right. But I've got a match to lose in.
That's the
With
mindset.
dignity. With dignity.
It's the mindset of a winner right here. This is what it takes to get to the finals of the winner's bracket. The attitude of a winner.
So World 5 is only ever seen in a warpless speedrun. Should be interesting to see. Oh, you can pick up the ostrich. That's good.
About to get some music up so we can have some tunes to listen to here. I'll go with the Mario 2 soundtrack. Maybe I can find the FDS.
Should I die so I see if I can fight Mario?
To find Mario?
Yeah, make sure you got the right emulator version. I'm in 5-0. Am I the only one who sees Jorf stream as frozen?
I do see that it's frozen. Let me see what I can do about that.
Well, maybe he's just looking at a video or whatever. There are 2 videos posted. A link to Cax Run and a link to I Love Mario's Run.
That's right. Cax Run is, I think, about 2 years old, but was a very strong record at the time it was made. If I'm not confusing it with the any percent, I think we're looking at the warpless here. But yeah, I Love Mario's been working on this game a lot recently, and is pretty darn good at it. We saw him do this game in the Best of NES marathon. Had one of the best runs, one of the tightest runs of the marathon.
Yeah, he's actually he's well known for his consistency and in such high level play. When he first broke the record, because this is one of those runs where everyone was like, "This run is so solid." You know, who's possibly gonna try to take this record? And relatively unknown, I think it's fair to say, was I Love Mario. And then not only did he break the record, but he kind of kept breaking it over. I think he did like 2 runs in a row that both broke it. Like, so it was super impressive. Yeah, Jorf was just looking at a video. He's fine.
I just realized I picked one of the biggest bandwidth eaters of the game, waterfall background level. And we usually have these players set their streaming bandwidth pretty low, because you don't need much bandwidth for most NES games. But
yeah, luckily the waterfall's moving a little slow.
so these levels they're doing here, 5-1 and 5-2, they happen in between. Well, normally you would do, if you were doing any percent, you would do levels 4-1 and 4-2, and then warp over to World 6. So World 5 you end up not seeing very often, but I think it's got some pretty fun levels to it, some interesting level designs, as you'll see particularly in 5-2. Here, Luigi is pretty much the normal choice for this level, but you'll see that the TAS uses Toad for almost everything, because it's able to...
watch this video more? Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. But yeah, the videos that you guys have should both be Luigi for this level, and 5-2 also Luigi, but we're going to be using Toad here, so the players are going to be having to route 5-2 themselves. But yeah, Luigi's picked because he's got these big jumps and he doesn't have to wait for any cycles on these logs. He can make it through this whole thing without having to rely on any of these moving platforms. And it really should just be a matter of learning to jump in the right spots, learning how tall to make each of the jumps.
I really like the fun little optimization at the start, where you can do a crouch jump so you don't bang your head.
Luigi's kind of a tough character to control, but I think he's probably one of the favored characters in the speedrun, because he has that high jump, which lets you shortcut a lot of stuff. He's also a relatively slow picker-upper. Not the slowest, but pretty far up there. The nice thing about his slow pickup is you can actually use it to get some invulnerability from Birdo's shots. But yeah.
I've always thought it was impressive watching the people fight Birdo in the speed runs. I was always so nervous when I learned this for the first big 20.
That's right, and the tactics that you'll see in a world record route or in a short goal like this, where the players really are going to optimize things, usually involve taking damage to do the fights faster. I'm pretty sure that both of the record runs, or the record run and the second place run, the 2 videos we linked to these players, both take intentional damage from that Birdo fight, so they can just keep picking up and throwing that block without having to stop.
I'm watching the video for 5-2.
Alright, gotta pick up the weird orb thing first. Hallmark of Mario 2. Mario USA, as it's called in Japan.
Mario USA.
Yeah, they had to sort of distinguish it from their Mario 2, which we know as Lost Levels. Probably going to see a lot of time spent on 5-2 here, as this is the one where players have to put some more thought in as to how they're going to do this level with Toad. Although it looks like Error has opted to choose Luigi.
I should actually look at the rules for. Oh, 5-2
Yeah.
is Toad.
Maybe.
Well, fine. I'm glad I said
Well
a safe
played.
statement. Hey, all I want to do is Luigi, man.
Yeah, well, it's good timing, though. Didn't spend too much time as Luigi there. Yeah, the Luigi and Toad play very differently.
So just to make sure you can actually pick up a guy as Toad and actually go faster.
Right.
Yeah,
That right?
I think it has to be an enemy. Like, I think if you have a turnip, that doesn't work. But I've heard people say otherwise. So maybe experiment. Messing around with some ladder jumps. I don't know if they're frame perfect, but they're really tight.
Should work on the rest of the goal first before.
I think I figured out what makes this hard to control. Because for a while I would call it kind of slidey, and I would call the hitboxes like smaller than they appear, and I was always kind of slipping off of things. But I think the core of what makes it hard to control characters in Mario 2 is they accelerate very, very quickly. Most other Mario games, they need some time to really get going up to top speed, but Mario 2, they just take off. Oh, Toad. Saying he made it to winners finals in spirit. If you're curious how people got to where they are in these brackets, you can go ahead and check out the bracket on the site. We're all the way in the purple section, but we've called it the semifinals, but it's going to be more like the tri-finals, I guess. We thought there was going to be 2 matches, but we're going to break the losers one into 2 different matches, so there's
It's
going to
still
be
a
3.
semi-final round in a way. It's just
Sure.
breaking it up.
It's the second to last round.
Right, it's definitely the winners semifinals today.
Winners. If it's just winners, then it's winners finals.
Oh, it's right, winners finals. You're right. Although interestingly, even the challenge bracket. Oh, that's because I named them. Never mind. Those aren't the default names. But yeah, these guys beat a lot of really talented people on the way up here to the winners bracket finals, as you might imagine. Jorf's most recent match was against Cananophone. He beat him. Before that, he was up against Jeff Sledge and also beat him. Both of those guys, he beat 2-0, so that's pretty impressive. In the very first round, he was... Oh, wait. Yeah, he was against... Well, we had the dual match thing going on, and he beat Author Blues 3-0, complete shutout, and Lightyear 3-0, complete shutout. So... Jorf is so far undefeated in the SGL tournament.
Dang.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. And that's a list of really good players that he managed to best in perfect matches.
And those players beat other really strong players too. Especially Canonophone went up against Dragon Dark in the round before his match with Jorf. Came out on top, just barely. It was a nail biter, but he did.
Let's see, looking over at Error's side of things, he did not have a complete shutout, but he did manage to beat another set of very talented people.
I like losing match 1.
Right. Losing match 1, yeah, it makes things more interesting. So he beat Cards of the Heart 2-1 in the most recent match. And let's see. Before that, he was up against Scenic Reverie. Beat him 2-1. And then in the first round there, he beat Razielem 3-0 and Enemy 3-0. So he did get perfect games in the first round of this tournament. Let's just say both of these players sent a lot of people down to the losers bracket.
Yeah, our losers bracket got stacked with heavy hitters pretty early. That's a good it's a good thing to have. I don't know if they'd even call it a problem, really. It's a problem for some players, certainly. But for us, it's just great to see. And so this is going to be the culmination of the winners bracket. I think there's a total of 9 people still alive in the tournament. Jorf and Error here are going to be guaranteed top 3. But there's quite a few other people in the losers bracket who are trying to be that third person. That will get sorted out a little bit.
We're gonna have some of that.
When is that losers bracket match?
Well, we've got
12th.
Yeah, we've got. It's the weekend of the 12th or 13th. I think the date isn't finalized because we're waiting on schedule information. Some other event happening that weekend too. But we've got coming up on Monday. We've got Canonophone versus Andy. That's happening Monday evening, 7 p.m. Eastern. So that's going to eliminate one of the people who's still in it.
I know Andy's in chat. And I'm looking forward to see how every single one of these matches pans out from here on out. They should all be good. I remember Fiesel and I were looking at them and just kind of trying to figure out how we would call it. What would our predictions be? And both of us were like, shit, I don't know.
Yeah, we couldn't even limit it to half the... If we were to guess the winner of the tournament, we couldn't even limit it to half of the people who are still in it. It's that hard to choose. Random guessing would probably get us just as good an outcome. Well, I like this Doki Doki Panic playlist, but all of the songs are extended to 3 minutes, even the ones that are really short loops. But yeah, we're listening to the FDS version of the soundtrack for this. This is Doki Doki Panic music. This sounds quite a bit different, I think, on the US version.
Yes, winner of this is going to grand finals, and they could play each other, 3 times. If one of these guys lost and then won losers finals and went on to grand finals, they could play again and win there, and that would reset the bracket for a third match. So that is possible.
Yeah, to play each other 3 times. Yeah, it's neat the way the double elimination works. If you get down to the finals, it's the winner of the winner's bracket against the winner of the loser's bracket. But the winner of the winner's bracket has not yet been defeated, and the winners of the loser's bracket already has. So for it to be truly double elimination, the winner of the winner's bracket needs to lose 2 times in order for the winner of the loser's bracket to be the grand winner.
That only makes sense to me because I already knew exactly what you were going to say.
Right.
But for someone who was honestly
Very
trying to
confusing.
understand, probably didn't get it from just words. It's like there's this description of like how a tomahawk missile works somewhere, and it's really good at trying to explain something complicated and saying an awful lot of words, but communicating no information at all. I almost want to try to dig it up. Yeah, Selfless Scoundrel in chat knows what I'm talking about. The missile knows where it is, because it knows where it isn't.
I'm hilariously bad at Birdo.
Yeah, the Birdo fights can be pretty important. I think that the regular platforming stuff, everyone's going to wrap their heads around pretty quickly, and it's going to come down to Birdo fights. But one of the reasons why I really wanted to have two different characters represented in this goal is the way you fight Birdo is completely different if you're Luigi versus Toad.
So the first 12 seconds of this explanation, I'm already completely lost.
Next round of Zelda 2 starts. I think they still need to finish off a bunch of losers bracket matches, and then I think the first match that still needs to be done in the next round. Oh, we've already done Opus and JN, but I believe this weekend there's another one also from the winners bracket. I'll have to look. So yeah, we had the Pro JN Opus 1, and I think GTM and Ire Lewis are going to get theirs done maybe sometime this weekend. Sometime within the next week, I believe. And me versus Simple Dude, that's going to happen. I don't know how long I can drag my heels on it, but we're going to have to do that at some point.
Feel free to beat him.
Oh, why? Looks like the person who will go up against the winner of me versus Simple Dude is none other
winner
than
of me versus Max.
Yeah, you versus Scorpion Max. How do you like your chances in that race?
I think I'm the favorite.
Mm-hmm.
But with all of the bad RNG that I got in the first two races, I have no idea.
Yeah, you never really know.
Plus, let's face it, I haven't practiced any.
Yeah.
Too busy playing SGL.
Don't pick up that veggie, because that's a bomb.
Oh, thanks, New Age Cube. Good when the pressure's on. I seem to have really good luck when the pressure's on. That's a nice thing. I've had really good luck in races.
Or you bestow bad luck
on the other person.
On your opponents, yeah. Whichever.
That's the same thing as good luck. Having good luck
it is.
And having the other person have bad luck, it's identical.
So this level is tough as Toad. Running it at full speed, Toad does not want to do full jumps to land on all these things that he absolutely has to land on. So there's a lot of small hesitations, left rights in midair to slow down. And working with as few of those as possible, in addition to just executing on all of them, is going to be tough. Jorf seems to be spending a lot of time on this Birdo fight here. Definitely wants this to be solid. He's identified it as a problem here that he wants to work on. Jorf's usually pretty smart about how he uses his hour of practice. Very efficient.
Yeah, I think Birdo will be the match decider. I think that's pretty accurate.
Oh, that doesn't work.
Birdo's not random though, right? Everything's on timers.
Yeah.
I believe that's true.
I think it is random if it's one of those like fireball or egg spitting ones, but not this one.
Is this one just all fireballs?
Yep, this
First
Birdo
one is.
The first
spits
one
hot
is. The
fire.
second one, though, that can shoot eggs, right? Maybe. I know you can use the fish against that one too, so you have that option.
If it spits an egg, I think there you can do some really fancy double hits that are very hard to do.
Oh yeah, there's something where you hit Birdo at the same time he's shooting an egg, and then he gets hit by his own egg or something like that?
The fish hits him twice.
Oh, the fish hits him twice, that's what it
I
is.
remember watching the Super Mario Brother 2 speedrunners enough,
Oh, okay.
but I don't know if I'm going to practice that or not. I'm having problems enough trying to even get through the stage.
So many opportunities to somewhat safely go for ladder jumps on these two vines that are side by side here. Normally, if you go for one and you miss it, you're probably going to fall quite a ways, but you can just jam the D-pad all the way over and catch the other vine. It does mean you kind of have to get used to doing ladder jumps on both sides of these things, though. But I can see anyone who's feels like they're behind is going to try to make up as much time as they can with ladder jumps on these vines here. I'd probably be pretty nervous in this falling section. Straightforward as it is, if you can't quite see what's coming, it is memory based. Yeah, so this red Birdo here is a little random. Hopefully the goal isn't terribly long. Players get lots of chances at that Birdo at the end. Jorf's getting pretty good at these ladder jumps here. That's impressive for such a low amount of time. But this is going to be the first of 3 matches today, hopefully. If someone does win the first 2, that might be the end of our episode. Might not have our 3rd tiebreaker, but it's not going to be all over after this. We've got plenty more mystery games waiting in the wings. Error trying his hand at some of these ladder jumps. He's having some. He's having some success. Definitely neither player is, I would say neither player is comfortable with them at this point. I don't know if they'll ever really get there in an hour, but both players choosing to spend some of their precious hour practice time on this ladder jumping section here. I don't think there's any way to avoid the sniffets there. Maybe with a well-timed ladder jump you can get past them, but their bullets seem to always be in the wrong spot here. I think the vine jumps are frame perfect. You have to do jump and a horizontal input on the same frame, and you have to be on the very edge of the vine. But it's really hard to tell when you are at the very edge of the vine, so there's a bit of just kind of going by feel, I think. It's possible you could take a hit by those sniffets on the way up, but then you're going into the Birdo fight with one hit. Very uncomfortable. I don't think either player wants to route it that way, but maybe if that is the fastest thing to do, both players might end up pushing each other to do exactly that.
Oh, that is a fireball. That'll keep me on my safe state toes.
I was gonna say, I don't think I've seen a fireball yet, as you guys have been practicing this Birdo here, but there it is. Does happen. Jorf getting saved on a jump there by getting stuck inside the wall a little bit. Nice little feature. It's slower, but probably better than dying. This last Birdo fight is going to be pretty hectic, I feel.
It would be nice if you could do that wall jump intentionally. It might help right here at the spot that Jorf's at.
Yeah, that's true. Both players have sort of routed throwing an enemy into the corner to jump off of. They came up with that pretty quickly. Even though the video has Luigi, who probably just jumps right over that thing, so... somewhat original idea.
Yeah, this is a lot less interesting, I feel like, with Luigi. There's not as much of a challenge to it, because you don't have to really think about how do I get up here, do I throw an enemy, do I do a double jump? You know, nothing like that.
Oh, that's right, the double jump. That is a thing in this game. You basically sort of jump up and kind of brush against the corner of an enemy, and that will reset your jump, but not make you stick to that enemy. You will keep jumping upwards, so you jump up, and then at any time you can go ahead and jump again. It's you can do some really fun things with Luigi when he gets 2 jumps, but
Yep.
with Toad, it gets you enough height to do some of the things that only Luigi could normally do, while keeping Toad's speed.
Yeah, the TAS actually uses Toad in 5-1, the waterfall section, the waterfall level, and it does some crazy things with double jumps to get across the pits without stopping. I mean, you want to use Toad because he can pick up the blocks faster to do the Birdo fight. But for the level itself, obviously Luigi has the advantage of being able to make these huge jumps without having to wait for the fish or the logs or anything like that. But the way the task does it is pretty crazy.
I suppose if these players wanted to get even more crazy, they could take a look at that and, well, no, we forced them to take Luigi, but...
Right, we do. But they could do some cool things in the
maybe the
level.
task has things, yeah, maybe the task has things to do with Toad in 5-2.
That's right, the task does, I believe the task does use Toad. And, wait, I gotta check this out. Maybe it doesn't.
Yeah, I really wish we'd thought of this earlier to give players more time, to more resources to consider. Though, I mean, your ability to sort of find speedrun resources is sort of part of the competition here. As much as people like to think about speedrunning as execution and maybe decision making, the truth is a lot of speedrunning is patience and knowledge. They're very boring for competitions, but true nonetheless. So a player's ability to learn from those who've come before them is valuable in speedrunning, and it's tested just a little bit here when players have to use their hour to figure as much out as they can.
Yeah, it looks like the task does use Toad for both levels.
No saying there's going to be anything human replicatable in there, though, but could be worth a look.
Yeah, I'm going to bring it up on screen in a moment. We can take a look at it.
No, you can take a look at it. I can take a look at it 15 seconds ago. Or I could load it up myself and
load up now.
3, 2, 1, go. I think there was a Mario 2 task done pretty recently.
I know I'm going to lose a run because I end up selecting Luigi for 5-2.
Yeah, that's going to be a real bad way to lose a run. Oh, I think the Mario 2 run may have been with warps, the one that was done recently. Wow, so the tool-assisted run makes use of a glitch where if you kind of jump on top of an enemy as they're falling,
that's right, you can pass the
ride
platform.
them, yeah, underneath through platforms.
That's banned in our rules, but there we go, hitting the fish, bouncing off of the thing that you just hit the fish with, and then grabbing the next fish. Saw a double jump there. We may need to watch this in slow-mo to really understand what the heck's happening.
I think he jumped off of like his own herb that he threw. Like it is really went really fast. There's the zipping up the ladders too is a thing. Then basically, I think it's just doing a bunch of consecutive ladder jumps.
Yep, I think it's just lots of small ladder jumps. Mm-hmm. You probably re-grab at the... Well, I don't know. Does your jump gain an acceleration? Because you'd think you would re-grab when the acceleration starts to get too low.
Well, it could just be that they accelerate that fast when they jump. I don't know.
It could be a left plus right thing too. But look at that, zipping right up the ladder, or right up the vine here.
I will not be replicating that.
No, not going to do any ladder zips?
But it's so fast, you just go right up.
And let's see what this Birdo fight looks like. This should be good.
It's kind of a straightforward attempt, though.
It
no
sure is.
crazy double hits or anything, just
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, there wasn't anything weirdly defying the mechanics of the game there. It was just throw a thing, throw another thing, throw a third thing. It's done. Yeah, I'm gonna watch. Let's see if I can get this in slow-mo here. Yeah, I can. Here we go. We gotta see what he's doing.
On these waterfall sections.
Yeah. Wait, first this. Lands on that enemy just as it passes through. Alright, I gotta see this waterfall bit. And then we'll get back to Jorf's screen. Sorry we had to cover him up all this time. There we go, hits the fish. Oh, wow. That wasn't even a multi-jump, that was just... That was a double jump, though, right there. Weird. Weird stuff.
Double jumping is part of the key part of the route in a regular speedrun, but only in sort of select spots. It's not the easiest thing to replicate, so when it saves a bunch of time, people will practice those particular ones. Most notably, I'm thinking of Luigi's death-defying performance in 6-2, I think it is, when he's jumping the wrong way on all those birds.
Mm-hmm.
That's a real treat to see someone do. And it's absolutely terrifying if you're in a race of this game and you have to do that part. I know during the Big 20, Mario 2 tripped up a lot of people at the end. I know in 4-2, I think it is, the level with all those whales. Basically, Toad can just run off of the whale, and he'll just touch the tail, the whale tail. That's the second time we've talked about whale tails today. Neither is the whale tail you normally think of. Anyway, he can just nick it and jump off of it, but I would always just run clean off of that thing. And I'm seeing a couple spots where a very similar thing can happen here, where you want to just tap the jump button and get Toad to just barely land on some of these platforms. And I think it's going to be really tricky for players to optimize that section, and for maybe not a whole lot of gain, you can do some small hesitations to increase your consistency in 5-2 here quite a bit. So I wouldn't be surprised if players opt to choose to select to decide to spend most of their time elsewhere. Ladder jumps, Birdo. Memorizing where these spikes are. That's an embarrassing death you don't want to take.
That's such a horrible proto fight. Makes me sad.
You sound choked up about it. I'm guessing that wasn't what was doing that, but Mario 2 does have a lot of verticality in it, especially compared to Mario 1.
That's true. Very much a side-scroller. Very much a left-to-right game, too. This game really changes that dynamic. You go both ways. You go up, you go down. There's in this second goal here, you have a climbing section and a long falling section. But I mean, I guess all that comes from the fact that it isn't a Mario game, or at least it wasn't until it was skinned that way.
Yeah, but they definitely incorporated those things into Mario 3.
Yep, they pulled a lot of stuff out of this game and used it for the rest of the Mario series. some enemies made their first appearance in this. Shy Guys got a lot of play in other Marios and things like that.
Birdo is a mainstay on the roster now. Any sort of Mario sports game, you'll usually find Birdo there.
Birdo pitching eggs, that sort of makes sense. He, like, shoots orb-like objects out. That's good for a lot of sports. This game's the first thing to have bob-ombs, which are something that show up all over the place. There's a bob-omb right there.
I was looking up how the task did that fast ladder climb, and it involves hitting up and down at the same time. It will cause a movement glitch which shoots the player straight upwards.
So it's an up plus down glitch. Aha.
There's a horizontal zipping on a ladder or vine where you hold up, down, left, and right.
Just mash the very center of your D-pad. Just very center.
Stomp it with your foot.
Yeah. I'm not too sure what that one does exactly, but it says horizontal zipping. There's no there.
Huh. Followed up on the distinct characters with their own abilities thing.
They play a little differently in the latest 3D world.
I think they do in New Super Mario Brothers as well. I think they have slightly different gameplay, don't they?
Yeah, in a couple of the later games, the characters play slightly differently. I don't remember exactly all of the differences between them because I haven't really played them in a long time.
Well, Mario 3 and Super Mario World, they decided not to go with that.
Yeah.
What is up with that jump not working anymore?
More controller malfunctions.
It's true, you do need running speed to get max height on your jumps. So if you throw that Shy Guy right up against the wall, or whatever he is, I guess, throw him right up against the wall, it's pretty hard to get up to running speed on top of him and jump. We saw some similar mechanics with another goal that we've had with this game, particularly in one of the few levels where Mario is used in the speedrun. I forget what number it is. It's probably two.
I'm pretty sure it's 3-3.
Yeah, it's one of the 3 levels because we had a goal last time we used this. It was the one with all the chains that you're climbing and indoors and the brick part.
And the princess strats that got used there. So yeah, in that section, Mario would have to make a series of similar jumps where he would need a running jump with very little room to run. I think in the original Doki Doki Panic, you had to beat all the levels with all the characters to actually finish the game.
I think that you could warp, but you had to do it with each of the characters separately, I think. Or maybe you did have to actually beat each world. But yeah, I know that there's a grid that shows each character in which levels that they've beaten, and you don't get to see the ending unless you get everybody to the end of that grid. Can't remember if you can warp or not, but I know you have to do it with every character. But the biggest thing that sets that game apart from this one is there's no run button in that. So imagine doing this without being able to run.
Huh.
Makes this a lot harder. But they added that
Awesome.
in because it wouldn't be a Mario game if they didn't have beat or
Yeah.
run.
It also makes sense why Luigi can skip such large portions of the game.
Yeah, exactly.
This is kind of late into practice, but I only just found out the specifics for Toad's running speed. The Toad can run faster when he's carrying a heavy item or an enemy. The heavy item includes a mushroom, potion, keys, stuff like that. They do not include ripe veggies, though.
Not big veggies. No kind of veggies, huh?
No.
Yeah.
Looks like the POW block will trigger it as well.
Yep. Pow block works.
The Toad will run 0.44 pixels per frame faster.
0.44 pixels per frame, so about an extra 30 pixels per second.
Yeah.
It says he runs at a speed of 43 instead of 36. Significant difference.
Looks like Jorf is... I don't know if he just missed a jump or if he's practicing some crazy... No, there's no reason to go for a double jump there.
I wonder how many runs we'll see where someone just barely misses a jump, but then sticks in the wall and saves themselves. Because I've already seen it happen to both players in practice.
Yeah, I bet it happens at least once. These jumps are pretty tight. And I feel like this goal, it's not super long, but I think there's enough going on that players are not going to want to reset over a thing like that, especially early on.
Yeah, probably not.
They're going to want more attempts to get to Birdo and these vines to save as much time as they can there. That's where the real time savings is going to be, I think. Then again, those waterfalls are pretty early on, so you don't lose too much time by resetting. An interesting trade-off players will have to consider. How are we doing on time? We got 10 minutes left.
10 minutes to go.
Ooh, I found out exactly what the running speed means. So this is interesting. Like all Mario NES games, the game has a sub-pixel precision of 16ths, meaning that one sub-pixel is 1/16th of a pixel. Speed is measured in sub-pixels per frame. The value of 16 speed equals 16 sub-pixels per frame, which is 1 pixel per frame. So the speed values are walking, which is 26, which is 1.5 pixels per frame. Running is 36 speed value, which is 2.25 pixels per frame. And Toad running with an item is 43, which is 2.69 pixels per frame.
Well, now we know.
That's pretty fast. Most NES games are around the 1 to 1.5 pixels per frame.